comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So it's already halfway through Edinburgh Festival this year, and all the people, all the comedians that were there last year that I was staying with, Mark O'Keefe, fucking Catherine Henson, Richie Shahee, all of them are saying this is probably the best festival they've been to. Crowds are fucking through the roof. Everyone seems to have money despite the cost of living and fucking inflation. Cunts are winning awards. There's 5-star fucking reviews flying in and out the window. All I keep on hearing is it's a fucking great vibe this year. It's a great vibe. Fuck, this year's a good vibe. What about last year, hey? What happened last year? It wasn't a great vibe last year, was it? Where's Brain Damaged George this year, huh? Where's my possibly girl or possibly boy flyer this year? Causing me problems. Where's the fucking heat wave and no air conditioning this year? It happens like that with festivals. You'll have one good year and then you'll have a bad year. And it doesn't matter what festival it is. I've done fucking Sydney, Melbourne, fucking Perth, multiple times. And every single time I do a fucking festival, it's the bad year. I skip the good year because fucking who wants to have an easy time of it? Like I skipped this year. I knew it was going to be good this year. That's what happens. You have a bad year and all the comics get disheartened and they're like, fuck Edinburgh Festival, fuck Melbourne Festival. I'm not doing it next year. And so you have like 30% less comedians and the hardcores go back the next year. And because there's 30% less comedians, there's less competition, there's more money floating around, and there's a better vibe. The first time I did Perth Festival, which is an Australian festival on the other side of the fucking country, it was well known that you go there and you fucking just sell out. It was known as the money-making, the best festival in Australia for a little while because not that many comedians would go over. Anyway, I went over there one year. It was a disaster no matter what. It was the year I got arrested and I've told that story a billion times. But while I was there, all I heard was, this is the worst. This is the worst fucking year on record. I don't know what's happening this year. The crowds are down. No one's buying tickets. I'm like, I know what happened. I fucking came. Same thing happened Melbourne Festival like 3 times. I started doing it on a bad year, then skipped 2 good years, did it again on a bad year, then skipped another 2 good years, and it's a fucking nightmare. So I wanted to go back to Edinburgh next year, but fucking what will happen is all the comedians that are there this year will rave to their fucking comedian friends, and then every comedian in the world will have fear of missing out, so they'll fucking want to do it next year, and it will be another bad year again. So what I should do is skip next year and do it the following year. But that's risky too. What if there's 2 good years in a row? I knew it was going to be like this. A couple of months before Edinburgh started, they were advertising a room. Someone had dropped out and they were like, if anyone wants to take it over, come. It's a great time, great fucking location. And I was like, fuck, should I just do it? I'll do a month in Edinburgh and then fucking that will gear me up for Canada. It's the right play. The only problem was I didn't have fucking a new hour of material. That was the only thing holding me back. I was like, fucking, I've got no new show. I don't want to do the same fucking show again. Fuck it. I should have just done the same fucking show again. Called it something else. What did I call it last year? Boyle Live. That's the dumbest mistake. Oh my God. Boyle Live. Edinburgh is about the fucking story of the comedian. I'm just like, hey, my name's Boyle and I'm here. I'm live. That's something like someone super famous would be able to call their show because of name recognition. Someone like Billy Connolly. He doesn't need to name his show. Billy Connolly live. Boyle live. What's the show about? Not much. Just he's here. I had no blurb. I had no write-up of what my show was about. Boyle's live and you're going to enjoy it. What a nightmare. I had PTSD from fucking Edinburgh for like 6 to 9 months. Boyle live. What was I thinking? You've got to have a fucking clever title for your show in Edinburgh. Boyle live. Cunts would have just been seeing that going, who the fuck is Boyle? Is it Frankie Boyle? No, it's some David. I should have just called it David Live. David Live. Who the fuck is David? Could be anyone. Is he in person though? I think so. It says live. That's what I'm going to call my shows in Canada. Boyle live in Vancouver. Boyle live in Toronto. Fucking, it looks like I'm going to have Toronto sorted out. I've got my man fucking Kev. He's working madly behind the scenes to get me a fucking venue. It's out of my hands now. It's fucking in Kev's hands. So if it doesn't get booked in soon, you know who to blame. Kev. No, he's going to have a speak to some people. I've fucking tried every single venue in Canada. It's so hard fucking getting a hold of cunts and then getting them to reply and then booking shit in. There's just been fall throughs and failed attempts and fucking hopefully in the next few days, by the end of this week, I'll have Toronto locked in and we can all start buying tickets and getting excited about a fucking show in Toronto. Boyle live in Toronto. Fuck that. Boyle in person in Toronto. That's what I'm going to call it. Boyle in person. Just me sitting, leaning on a stool. No, I can't call it Boyle in person. It sounds like a one-man show. Boyle live in Toronto. The arrogance of that title astounds me to this day. Anyway, fucking, that'll do it for today. If you're enjoying the podcast, give it a share around, and I'll see you the fuck later.